Coming up on QUTV News this week, an event for accounting and finance majors that prepped them for a career in one of the big four accounting firms.
And students explain how they spent Earth Day and why they love it.
And how one QU student had a record-breaking day on the mound. Hello and welcome to QUTV News this week. I'm Abigail Moore.
And I'm Quincy Feeney. QU is hosting a grad school open house tonight in Francis Hall lobby, and it will be open from 4 to 6 p.m. You'll be able to meet faculty and staff and learn about admissions criteria and information on the programs. This will also be an opportunity to network.
Some students attended an event last night that would prepare them for a career in accounting. An international tax partner came to discuss a career in one of the big four accounting firms. I attended the event and found out why this was beneficial for students. Bill Kaiser is an international tax partner for KPMG who loves numbers. He spoke to a group of over 30 students about his career.
Just hearing from someone that's been up the ladder and that's experienced it all, as opposed to us just coming in blind and not really knowing what to do, this helps a lot because, he taught us, in an hour he explained pretty much his entire job, so that helped a lot.
A few students from the IMA Speaker Series Club brought him in, hoping it would encourage students interested to apply for those positions.
Being a tax partner at KPMG, as he stated earlier, is a Big Four firm is pretty huge, and for him to come and talk to us and be able to show the recruiting processes for people interested in accounting or even finance, it was good for the students.
The job is always exciting, according to Kaiser.
Yeah, the benefits really are that you get to see a lot of different, companies and really get to understand a lot about what makes a company tick. You're not looking at the same fact pattern day after day. You're always being challenged. You're always learning something new, and I just find that to be exciting.
Any student interested in business, accounting, or finance is welcome to join the IMA Speaker Series Club. It entails finding and bringing in speakers such as Kaiser.
It's kind of mainly specific to business majors. We've set up flyers and kind of sent out emails around campus for anybody interested in this type of thing, but for anybody that wants to do it here in the future semesters, we're looking for people to join and to kind of go in and create new ideas for events we can put on here at QU.
Even if you do work in the Big Four, you are not locked in forever.
You don't want to stay in the Big Four for your entire career. It's a great springboard to get another job, either in industry or another accounting firm.
The club plans to bring in another speaker again soon.
Snapchat is adding users again, and the social media company is doing better than investors expected. Snap is a parent company of Snapchat. The popular messaging app now has 190 million users per day. That's more than the number of daily users it had near the beginning of the year. Snap also boosted revenue this month. It is up almost 40% over the same period last year. And one child in Massachusetts set their mind on an idea that would slow down drivers in school zones. Dave Wade has the story.
I love it. It looks amazing, exactly how I pictured it and more.
It's an amazing illusion painted on the driveway of the Brooks Elementary School in Medford. Pops right up at you.
When you're walking across, you can tell that it's painted, but what we hope is when you're driving down, you'll see it as like 3D, three-dimensional, so it looks real.
And that will encourage drivers leaving the school to stop. The unique crosswalk is the brainchild of Eric and Issa. They wanted to do something when Eric's brother had a close call with a car.
We were thinking of a way we could do something to help make our streets safer.
The kids are part of the Center for Citizenship in Medford, an organization that encourages young people to get involved.
I think it's great. It certainly would make me stop.
Mike Coates is a teacher and advisor for the center. He says the kids worked with the city's bureaucracy to make the project happen.
This is a great example of them sticking to an idea and going through all the steps and talking, in this case, to all the adults and the powers that be.
It took a year before the project got the green light.
Books don't teach you this. Civic engagement is something that you see happen, you see success, and then you try to emulate it and do more.
Yeah, hope it works.
The QU Symphonic Band has their spring concert this Sunday. It will start at 3 p.m. at the Connie Neiman Center. The event is free and open to the public. The theme of the performance is history and storytelling. They will also recognize the graduating seniors and announce award recipients. The band is under the direction of music professor Bill Machold. Make sure you're still practicing good health habits, how it's still possible that you could catch the flu,
and how Earth Day has influenced many people and businesses to step up and make a change.
Soccer is a physically demanding sport that often results in a tie. Student life comes with its own demands, and often it feels like the losses outnumber the wins. Sometimes you just need someone to listen. It's comforting to know our Quincy team extends beyond the field.
You have to make it your cue for you to do what you love.
You may not believe it, but we are still in the grips of an active flu season. And yes, unfortunately, I'm serious. In today's Health Minute, Meredith Wood explains.
There have been 21 straight weeks of elevated flu season in the U.S., making the current 2018-2019 flu season the longest in 10 years. According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, the previous record high was 20 weeks during the 2014-2015 season. Still, there is some good news. The number of states reporting widespread influenza declined by almost half during the week of April 13th, compared to the week before. And according to the CDC, this flu season was considered moderate in terms of severity, a positive change for the medical community after last year's flu season, which was one of the most severe. Doctors say the most important and effective way to fight the flu each year is still the flu vaccine. The CDC recommends everyone 6 months and older get vaccinated. For today's Health Minute, I'm Meredith Wood.
Buy online, return in store. Not an easy process for Amazon purchases until now. Kohl's bought Amazon into a small number of stores almost 2 years ago. Tuesday, the department store announced it will accept Amazon customer order returns for free. This will be at all of its stores starting in July. Shoppers will just take the returns to Kohl's customer service desks, and the store will package and ship the items back to Amazon. You don't even need a shipping box. For Amazon, the partnership provides convenient locations for customers to drop off their returns. Kohl's CEO believes the expanded partnership with Amazon could help attract younger shoppers who will stick around after making their return.
And Walgreens will no longer sell tobacco products to anyone under the age of 21. The retail giant says the new policy goes into effect on September 1st. The U.S. Food and Drug Administration criticized Walgreens for selling tobacco to more minors than any other pharmacy chain. The FDA also called for a meeting with Walgreens officials to discuss the matter. Walgreens says the new policy should help reduce tobacco use among teens and young adults. While the federal legal age to buy tobacco in the U.S. is 18, several states have raised that to 21.
One large retailer used Earth Day to reveal a special recycling project. Target launched its latest car seat trade-in event on Monday. It will run at most stores through May 4th. It will accept and recycle all types of car seats, including those that are expired or damaged. Customers who turn in a car seat will receive a 20% off coupon for a new car seat or other baby items. That coupon is good until May 11th.
Earth Day was this past Monday, and I asked students what they thought about Earth Day and what they do to celebrate.
Because we take a lot of things for granted, and something like the earth, we probably think, oh, we just live in here, but there's so much that goes into taking care of it, like recycling, things like that, for the ocean, cleaning the ocean. So on Earth Day, we should take a moment and appreciate what we have.
Well, this Earth Day, I got to spend it with my chicken who just hatched eggs. So I got to spend time with some baby chicks outside. But yeah, I just basically spent some time outside appreciating the earth.
Me and my boyfriend went on a camping trip, so we, celebrated the earth that way and tried to take walks and appreciate it and stuff.
This Earth Day, me and some of my friends, we went out kayaking on the Mississippi River.
Try and clean up garbage that's, around nature. Plant flowers, recycle, anything that might help the earth.
Personally, yesterday I tried to make sure, I know it sounds so bad, but not to litter or make sure to always find a trash can, but people could plant things, make sure they cut down on using the straws that are bad for the environment.
What I'll do, I'll just take a nice walk out, pick up some, trash on the ground if I see it,
The university will be hosting events all week to celebrate Earth Week.
One effort to help protect the environment is picking up steam. Another state in the U.S. is joining the movement to reduce plastic pollution. New York Governor Andrew Cuomo signed a ban on single-use plastic bags, like the ones from the grocery store, starting in March 2020. Dozens of places around the world are banning or taxing the use of plastic bags.
In fact, it should be more. And it's amazing if you charge people something, it changes their behaviour. And we found that in Ireland when they introduced a plastic bag levy, and suddenly you didn't see the streets were so much cleaner.
A representative of plastic bag manufacturers says the ban would result in using bags that are worse for the environment. Coming up, how one famous artist debuted a song about Earth Day and his meaning behind it.
And how Texas storms are going to affect your upcoming week.
My major here at QUTV is exercise science, human performance, and basically that is going to set me up to get certified in strength and conditioning and personal training. So ultimately what I want to do after college is put my personal training career off to the side and join the military. For this upcoming summer, I have the opportunity to join the platoon leaders course. And basically what this is for the Marine Corps, it is Officer Candidate School. It's a 10-week program in Quantico, Virginia. And if I get accepted, I will leave on June 1st and I will train there for 10 weeks up until August 10th. My initial physical standards, and that consists of a 3-mile timed run, 2 minutes to perform as many pull-ups as I can, and 2 minutes to perform as many sit-ups as I can.
Welcome back. American rapper known as Lil Dicky, or LD, released a special Earth Day song a few days prior to Monday. His song is titled Earth.
The song is about the importance of environmental awareness. He brought in approximately 35 different artists to contribute to the track. And let's take a look at what LD says about why he made the song.
What I was trying to achieve with the song is just kind of get everyone on a base level understanding of knowing the facts at hand, and just like, or at least being interested in looking into the facts at hand. You know what I mean? Like, this song itself was kind of the journey, was a discovery process for me. Like, 3 years ago, I knew that there was this vaguely I knew that there was a big environmental issue on Earth. I didn't know the details of it. As I made the song, I really felt compelled to investigate the facts, and I was just blown away by the urgency and the immediacy of the issue. Like, I think a lot of people kind of assume that, you know, sure, we're doing bad things to the Earth, but it's going to come into play 10,000 years from now, 1,000,000 years from now. I don't think people realize that it's well within our lifetimes that, like, you know, massive things are going to start to occur. So I think I just wanted people to really I believe in humanity. I just feel like people just aren't really embracing the facts at hand. So I hope this song compels people to understand the facts.
LD says all proceeds from the song will be donated to Leonardo DiCaprio Foundation.
So I will say I'm a fan of Lil Dicky, and I listened to his song Earth, and I watched the music video, and I actually liked it a lot, and the song is really catchy. So it's really catchy, and it also speaks about the environmental issues going on, so it's a win-win for both.
Yeah, I haven't listened to it yet, so I will have to take a listen after this.
Definitely.
Joining us now from the Weather Center is Jessica Abrego. So how are those Texas storms going to affect our weather up here?
Well, you're definitely going to want your umbrella basically all week this week, essentially. Hopefully we're just going to have a couple cool days, but then after that it's going to be pretty warm. But we can head on over to the Weather Center and I can give you a more in-depth look at what to expect. We are going to be having pretty much only one day with the sun out, and then the rest is going to be all clouds and pretty much rain the rest of the week. That means that we are going to have some more flooding, and the farmers are going to have to stay out of the fields for planting until that rain decides to stop there for a little bit. But we are going to be having some warm temperatures. As we start looking at the regular temperatures for about this time, you'll see that we're about at 58 today, which is a little bit cooler than usual. Most of the time we're up into the 80s, and the record temperature is actually 85. So I'm still pushing and hoping that we're going to have those 80-degree temperatures before too long, but I guess we do have to have a little bit of that not so nice weather in order to get that really nice weather to be outside. As we start looking at today, you'll notice if you're outside this morning or you were on your way to class that you were probably walking through a little bit of a mist, but we are going to have a little bit of more scattered rain this afternoon. But as we get into this evening, that is going to go away and our temperature is going to go down to 50 degrees and the breeze will stop and we'll have a fairly cloudy night. As we get into Thursday, we're going to be up to 75, but unfortunately we are still going to be having those clouds and rain for us. But luckily, we're going to be at 75 and not all the way down into the 40s or 30s. As we start looking at Friday, Friday is the one day that is going to be up and almost into the 70s and the sun will be out. But as you're going to be going into that evening, it is going to get down to 50. So if you're going to be going out to see QU perform with John Wood Community College for Handel's Messiah, you're definitely going to want to have your jacket with you as you get ready to leave that evening because it is going to be cooler out. As you get to Saturday, once again, you're going to be having rain. But as we start looking at the temperatures for today, you'll see that we are all the way up into 58. But as we get down into later this evening, it is going to be down into the cooler part of the 50s. As we start looking at the 3-day forecast here, you'll see that Thursday is at 75 and we're going to have some rain as well. Friday is our one day with the sun, and then as you start looking at the 7-day forecast here, you'll see a pretty consistent base of just rain, and those temperatures are going to be in the 60s and 70s and cooler as the evening goes on. So if you're going to be turning your pets out this weekend, you're definitely probably going to have to give them a bath because it's going to be muddy. But luckily, that rain, I guess, does bring beautiful trees like this and more flowers. So hopefully we'll get the nice spring flower and blooming effect from all of this rain. But you are going to want your umbrellas this weekend and keep your dogs inside as much as possible, or they will probably be a muddy mess.
I know this past weekend I got a sunburn on my legs, and so now I'm
windburn. Be prepared for windburn.
Yeah. You know, I have to say, at least it's not snow.
Yes, at least it's not
Anything
that snow.
is better than snow.
Yeah, snow or ice. So.
Snow or ice, snow or snow. That's very true.
All right, well, thank you for that. And next, we take an inside look at how one QU pitcher rewrote the record book Saturday afternoon.
And another inside look in the mind of a QU pitcher from QUTV's Shane Holsey.
College shouldn't be as hard as understanding fine art. Use the resources here at Quincy University. We're here to help.
Finding your passion is easy at Quincy University. Whether you're pursuing a bachelor's degree or looking to go even further, at QU, your professional and academic future is bright. 40 undergrad programs include moments that become experiences, connections that become careers, and relationships that become lifelong support. We want you here. That's why we work hard to ensure that a Quincy University education is affordable. Let us help you put together a plan. Visit discover.quincy.edu to get started.
Joining us now with sports is Alexa Lowe.
Alexa, how did the Hawks do this past Easter weekend?
Yeah, they did pretty well. A couple teams did stay at QU over the break, but they brought home some wins, so it was a good weekend. The baseball team won its series, taking 2 of 3 games against the Bellarmine Knights. On Saturday, Nick Stroud had a record-breaking day. Stroud, the 6-year senior right-handed pitcher, threw a 9-inning complete game shutout, while only allowing 4 hits and striking out a school record of 18 hitters on Saturday as the number 8 ranked Hawks won another series. The Hawks are now 29-9 and 21-6 in conference play. 2 weeks ago, QUTV reporter Shane Holsey took you inside the mind of QU pitcher Jack Widholm. This week, he does the same with another QU pitcher, Jay Hamill. Here's what the 6'5" right-hander had to say about the mental side of pitching.
Every pitcher has a different mental approach. That's part of what makes them unique. In the first part of this series, Quincy University right-hander Jack Widholm emphasized getting away from the game.
For me, I just try not to think about anything and trust what I've done in practice, my preparation to take over.
Jay Hamill, on the other hand, he can't seem to get his mind off baseball, even here in the classroom, which, depending on who you ask, could be a good thing or it could be a bad thing.
I'm the type of kid that sits in school all day and just worries about the focuses on the game. So it could be 2 days before the game even is. I'm already thinking about it 24/7, thinking how I'm going to play, what I'm going to do, and stuff like that.
Hamill, who was primarily a starting pitcher in high school, has worked solely out of the bullpen in his freshman campaign at QU. Although technically the same position on the field, a starter and a reliever cannot oppose each other more when it comes to a mental approach.
As a starter, you know pretty well in advance that you're going to throw, such as you can plan your days accordingly of working up to the start. As in a reliever, you really never know when you will throw, so you just, in your head, you always got to be locked into the game.
It can take Hamill a little while to get over a less than stellar performance.
It takes like 2 to 3 days for me to get over it, I'd say.
But, like anything in baseball, you have to move past it.
Control what you can control and be your best. That's what the coaches have always told me throughout my years of playing baseball, and it's really true and it's stuck with me.
Hamel and the Hawks have a doubleheader against Maryville today. Softball went 2-2 this past weekend and had some key performances. The Hawks split with Drury on Friday in Game 2. The Hawks used back-to-back home runs from Remy Ferguson and Morgan Heckman to take a 6-1 lead, and to ensue the Hawks would earn the split from the number 10 ranked team in the region, the Drury Panthers. The Hawks played Missouri S&T on Saturday. They fell in Game 1, but Courtney Kearns set the tone for the Hawks in Game 2 with a leadoff home run to center field, and the Hawks won 6-3. QU is now 19-23 and 9-5 in GLVC play.
Thank you, Alexa, for that. Next, the last Marvel movie is set to release this Friday. What AMC Theaters is doing for the audience.
My name is Carl Hirsch. I'm a senior from Fort Lauderdale, Florida, and I'm studying criminal justice here at Quincy University. I was pitching down in Florida, and all of a sudden a coach came up to me. 2 days later, I flew up here for the visit, and by the end of that week, I had my school picked out. I started playing baseball when I was about 3 or 4 years old, kind of the same age everybody usually does. As we got older, from the age of about 7 or 8, I played with the same exact team for the most part until we were about 15 or 16, and we all went our separate ways to high school. Come May, I'm going to be looking to apply with the Fort Lauderdale Police Department. I've gotten a good taste of it here through the internship I have through the university with Quincy Police Department. And it definitely wouldn't be possible and wouldn't be in this good of a situation without Quincy University.
College shouldn't be as hard as understanding fine art. Use the resources here at Quincy University. We're here to help.
The end is near, and AMC theaters are ready for it.
God, seems like 1,000 years ago. I fought my way out of that cave, became Iron Man. Realized I loved you. I know I said no more surprises, but I was really hoping to pull off one last one.
Avengers Endgame opens Thursday evening in the U.S., and it's already poised to break box office records. To prepare, AMC will show the movie around the clock at several locations. 17 theaters will stay open for more than 72 hours straight, starting Thursday night. Another 18 will stay open from Thursday through Saturday or Friday through Sunday. And then an additional 29 will be open around the clock from Thursday night through Friday. And the final Marvel movie could gross about $260 million during its opening weekend. That would break previous records of $257.7 million set last year by Avengers Infinity War. This seems like it's going to be a really big hit for in the box office for a really long time. But to be honest, I don't think I'm an Avengers person. I like Spider-Man, but I don't think he's an Avenger. I really have no clue.
I know. I have never been one, but I watched the last movie, and I think Spider-Man becomes an Avenger, but I'm not positive. I know, so I'm in the same area, but I may or may not be going. We'll see about that. Yeah, I know.
You know, I can't believe this is the last one. It's kind of an end of an era. I think a lot of people will be sad about it.
I mean, I'm glad that they're keeping the theaters going for that long, because there is a whole group that is getting done with our choir concert, and they are going in their tuxes and dresses and going straight to the theater. So, I mean, my favorite superhero isn't in it, but I guess it might be worth watching just to go for popcorn and a slushie, I guess. So
there you go. I know I have heard a ton of people are excited about it, so we'll have to see how it does. And maybe Abigail will see you guys out of the theater. Well, that's all we have time for. Thank you for joining us on QUTV News This Week. For Alexa and Jessica, I'm Quincy Feeney.
And I'm Abigail Moore. Be sure to stay connected with us by following us on Facebook and YouTube. We'll see you next Wednesday for our last show of the semester. Have a great day.